Let's do it, man. Let's jump into some chalk talk. You ready for this, sir?
Ready to go, baby. Let's go.
All right, let's break it down. And this is going to be a fun one, gang. I'm really, really excited about it. Hopefully, everything looks okay here. I'm just going to kind of widen that out a little bit. Does that look a little bit better? Maybe. I think we're good, right? Does that look okay, Tim?
Yep, I can see it. If I can see it, everyone can see it, right?
There you go. Chuck Jaggers is fired up. He says, chalk talk. Here we go. Week 13 on the road in Detroit. Thanksgiving Day. Your boy ate way too much food on this day, but man, it was nice getting that dub. Packers win 31-24. The middle eight was 7-7. Turnover differential 0-0. Going to come down to a one-score game. That's exactly what happened. Although you never felt like the game was out of reach for the Packers. Just felt like all day long the Packers are going to win this game. When Detroit would claw back a little bit, the Packers just smack them in the mouth. This was a fun one to break down, a fun one to watch for the 17th time, it feels like. But let's start with the first play here. And you guys, as usual, call out the mistakes in the chat. I'm sure I made several mistakes here. So make sure you let us know if there's something that I'm missing here, all right? And I think we had to cross one play out because the system was glitchy on that particular play. Hopefully everything plays pretty smooth. First play. First quarter, 12:20 left, 0-0, 3rd and 1. This is a Josh Jacobs explosive run. This is a 13-yard run. The play call here that we have is 13 ace, Y70, dubs right, 21 duo. So you guys know what this means. 13, real simple. You got 3 tight ends. 1, 2, 3, one of which we'll highlight in the blue is what we refer to as Y70. All right, so that is our boy Darian Kennard playing that extra tight end position. So even though it's 13 personnel, it's really 6 offensive linemen, 2 tight end, 1 running back, 1 wide receiver. Dubs right, 21 duo is real simple. Duo is going to be double-double, so you're going to get multiple double teams up here on the line. And watch Ryan is really going to bust this thing open and seal it off. And what 21 is here, guys, again, double-double vertical power, although if it's a double-double, we've just started calling it duo. 21 is going to be A-gap left is where this run's going to go. So right on the left hip pocket of Sean Ryan. Let's roll the tape. We'll keep it at about 75% here. And look at this. Look at Sean Ryan seal that off right off the bat. There you see the 2 double teams. And then, of course, it's just Josh Jacobs. Patience in the hole. Upfield, 13-yard run. This really gets things cranked up early here in the first quarter for the Green Bay Packers. This right here is a great look. And again, you're talking about a perfect play design. If you could run it anywhere on this particular look, you want to put it right here, right, Tim? Right inside of there is where you're looking to run. It's going to come down to these double teams. What Belton's going to do is try to hit here and then get to 34. Sean Ryan is just going to seal the inside off. Same way Banks seal the inside off. Double here, and then try to get both of them try to get out here to the extra level. You'll see Jacobs a little stutter. He's through the gap, and then obviously going to bounce it on out. Beautiful, beautiful play here by Josh Jacobs. Look at that hole right there. Look at Sean Ryan, boys. Right? That's what you're looking for. Look at Banks. Not bad. Now, you wish he could have climbed up to 46. He doesn't, but Jacobs makes sure he clears that just fine. Makes 12 miss, embarrasses him. Bad rep for Luke Musgrave. We won't relive it. Everybody's seen it on social media. So, again, 13-yard run, Tim, not bad there. That's what you want to do against this Lions team. Get the run going early, now play action off of it.
Yeah, great job by Nacho Libre at center. This is the game we were talking about, right? We wanted to see a good start out of him, and I think we got one for sure. The snaps looked better, and then pass pro and run blocking was really good for Sean Ryan this week. And great job on that line because they sealed Anzalone off as well. You could tell he was trying to get to that gap, and then Josh Jacobs doing Josh Jacobs things, right? You know, just dynamic runner, eyes downfield. Love it.
Yep, absolutely. All right, let's switch over to the defensive side of the ball, okay? So, well, first of all, that 13-yard run was an explosive play, which triples your chances of scoring on that drive. The Packers come away with the field goal. Packers lead 3-0. I love the fact that they took the field goal, give yourself an early lead, start to put them on their heels a little bit rather than get too aggressive, and all of a sudden it's still 0-0 and they're in the ball game. So, first quarter, 4:11 left. Green Bay's up 3-0. This is a 3rd and 15 play at their own 46-yard line, and this is the Micah Parsons, Kingsley Egbare combo sack. The play call, nickel 3-3-5, joker 1, double mug, cover 3 match. It looks like match to me, and it's hard. Listen, when we talk about match, when we talk about spot drop, when we talk about man coverage, I'm always going to say we're not in a meeting. Okay, we're just kind of going based off what we see on the tape. Typically, you can find that player did this player did that. The only answer is match, or the only answer is cover one man, whatever it may be. But again, with the cover 3 look in a match, some of this is going to be match technique where if and then, if the player breaks a certain threshold, a yard line, then it becomes man coverage. But essentially you got deep third, and one of these two cats, I think it's Keyshawn that's deep third here. All right. Now let's talk about what Joker 1 is. There's Joker 1. All right. That is Micah Parsons playing what we call a joker. He's standing over top of the A gap, but he's technically the mock here. But again, we know he's rushing the quarterback, right? And we got a double mug look too, Tim. Notice linebacker here mugging here. We won't call it coffee house because it's not a double A gap mug, but you definitely got a double mug look. All right. So again, cover 3 match, if and then. What's going to happen here though is beautiful. Cover 3 on the backside. These guys are showing blitz and they're going to bail. Showing blitz, they're going to bail. And then Micah is going to work the B gap. He's going to work the B gap right. And he and Enigbare are going to meet at the quarterback for a sack right here. Let's roll tape. Watch Micah showing A gap right from the offensive perspective. Now he slides over to the B and just going to abuse that guard. I mean, goes through the chip too. Enigbare compressing. And of course, it's Micah and Enigbare meeting there in the middle.
Micah Parsons, man, like you said, fighting through the chip as well, handling 2, linemen, no problem. Look, no problem. Get off, compress the pocket, meet at the quarterback. Love it.
Tell you what I like about this too, Tim. It's somewhat of a coverage sack. You could tell where Goff, look at the stripe of the helmet. He's wanting right here. He's wanting to attack this. But look at X bailing out and making a play here. Look at that. Takes him away. Now Goff goes, oh, crap. And here comes Micah. Bang. Yep. Great job by Xavier McKinney. Pressure pick, coverage sack, right?
Yep. Great work by McDuffie, too, fading out and holding that space, kind of taking away another option. But, yeah, you're right. Goff wanted to, hey, that's Charlie checkdown, right? He's going to take that. But we took it away. Didn't give him an opportunity.
Definitely. All right, fast forward. First quarter, 2:33 left. Green Bay ball. They're up 3-0. 3rd and 2 at their own 31-yard line. This is a Josh Jacobs 29-yard run, boys. Josh Jacobs didn't get talked about enough because Dontavion Wicks stole the show. But I'm telling you, Josh Jacobs in the first half is what set the stage for the Packers to have all the momentum going into the second half. The play call, 11 gun, Trey Wright nasty, 22 split flow. And I put counter. I don't think it's a counter, although you'll see he runs it like a counter, but this is what Josh Jacobs does. What's split flow? It's split zone, okay? So the way this is designed to work, first of all, 22 is designed to go A-gap right, okay? So we're looking to go A-gap right, and here's what's going to happen. Split flow is everybody blocks right, so it's a zone right run essentially, okay? And then you got the tight end coming across to seal it off right here with 92. Now, again, I think it's designed to go here, Tim, but as we roll the tape, you'll see Jacob just kind of gets in here and bounces that thing back out like he does so well. This is what he does so well. Again, 11 gun, Trey Wright nasty, 22 split flow. Could be a counter. Let's see here. See, it's not really counter footwork, right? Right. Everybody's blocking right, but watch Jacobs. Just bounce it out here. Excuse me, sir. And 29 yards.
Wonder if he saw that pre-snap. Can you go back to pre-snap? You can see Anzalone like just before the snap. He makes that adjustment there, and it looks like they moved half a gap over. And I wonder if Josh was like preemptively thinking, "Hey, I'm going to bounce this thing to the outside." See him shift.
Yep. And there's a zone right look. Yep. Bang.
Gets a good block.
Yeah. So I think it was a 22 call, but he just bounced it out. And of course, Matt LaFleur is going to give Josh Jacobs the freedom to do that, right?
Absolutely. Part of his game. He's so good at that. You can run those looks. You're right. It was probably intended to go right up the gut. But you trust Josh, to read it and make the adjustment.
Yeah. This is a great look right here. Let's see who blocks down nice right here, boys. Look at Banksy getting out there, right? Getting physical. Yep. Okay. And who is that? Is that our boy, Rasheed Walker, driving 92 out of the look at him take 92. Get the hell out of here, little man.
81 Wiley with a good seal on 34.
Yep. Anzalone, a heck of a football player too.
Yep.
Just a great run. Again, running through arm tackles. You're not going to arm tackle Josh Jacobs. Just ain't going to happen, man.
No, not going to happen.
So there you go. A 29-yard run from Josh Jacobs. You guys know what that means. That triples your chances of scoring on that drive. Now let's go a little later in the drive. We're in the second quarter, 14-19 left in the second quarter. Green Bay's up 3-0. This is a 4th and 3 play. So you already got the field goal. Now let's go forward on 4th and 3. They're at Detroit's 22-yard line. All right. This is Jordan Love to Dontavion Wicks for the touchdown. Listen, if you're going to go for it on fourth down, don't be afraid to throw a pick deep, right? It's okay. This is this is one of those calculated risks that you want to take because it is a fourth down if you decide not to run the ball. And the play call that we got here is 11 gun nasty, trips right, F ship the dubs, 94-42 T swing. And let's talk about what all that means. So again, 11 gun nasty, right? And we're going trips right, 1, 2, 3 wide receivers to the right, which makes it nub left. Sometimes you'll hear me say nub left. Other times you'll hear me say trips right. Trips right out of 11 equals nub left. Nub left out of 11 equals trips right. I usually try to mix and match just so you get a little bit of both sound on the show. Now, F shift to dub. So they're going to take the F over. Look who's playing F. Dontavion Wicks, right? So he's going to shift over here and make it a dubs look. Now we're in dubs. So again, 11 gun nasty, trips right, F shift the dubs. Now we're going to go 94-42 T swing. What this is going to be is essentially a non-fade. It's just going to be a go route once he gets out here, and you're going to try to go to the back pylon essentially, make a safe throw. The tight end is just going to run a curl route here. Okay, 42 on the opposite side is a 4 route and a 2 route, so that's going to be a little curl, and then you're going to have a slant underneath it. So he's going to let Watson clear. And then he's going to run a slant here. Dobby is going across the middle. You got, a quick window here, and you'll have a quick window here if you don't go to Dontavion Wicks up top. And then the T swing is just a swing pass outside. So you can kind of see, if we highlight this in blue, the points of attack, right? Underneath here, you got 2 windows here, a window here, and then, of course, the swing, you can get rid of it early about right here if you need to. Just dump that thing off or hit him in the second window or take your shot. Again, when you're looking at a 4th and 3 play, if it falls incomplete, they get the ball at the 22-yard line anyway. Why not just take a shot at the end zone? They pick it off in the end zone. It goes down the end zone. They get it at 20, no harm, no foul. Once you make the decision to go for it on 4th down like that. And, of course, Jordan Love doesn't miss here, Tim. This is unbelievable. What a catch by Dontavion Wicks. So you see the non-fade. Jordan knows where he wants to go with the football. You cannot throw it any better. You cannot throw that ball any better. This is the better angle here. So you see the cheat. Tim, what's that tell you? They're in man coverage, right?
Yeah. And so Matty dialed up a man beater. Thanks, Tupac. Tupac LaFleur in his bag once again on 4th down. Got to love it.
Man coverage, single high safety. So Jordan knows, all right, we got that pylon shot if we want it. Jordan looks right, keeps the safety at home a bit. Now come back left and just throw a dot. Look at the placement of this pass, boys. You can't throw it any better. You can't.
Because he knows that safety's that's that window that you're talking about, right? That safety's got to come all the way over. If I can put it in that spot, give my guy a chance to make a play. And you see what Tay Wicks does, right? Makes a play.
And if you throw that ball out, some people were saying, well, you can put that ball out here. It's a little bit better to throw. I know. He barely got his feet in with the ball being thrown right there, right? It's just a perfect throw. I mean, right on the money. Tay Wicks doing a great job keeping both feet in bounds. What a catch, man. What a catch.
You could kind of see Jordan, too, was looking at Rome on that crosser.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost like in one motion he went from that read and just let it fly. Because, probably out of his peripheral vision, he saw Wicks. And, Rome was covered up pretty well. He might have got a completion there over the middle. But, got to love Jay Money, man, taking the kill shot and putting that ball, another dime piece for Tay Wicks to make that catch. Which Absolutely. Was a catch, all you haters, by the way. Watch it 1,000 times. That's a catch. I
mean, it's so clear that it's a catch. Yeah. And again, if you don't like the rules, then complain to the league about the rules. But we know the whole catch situation. Now I say, okay, is the ball allowed to move? Is it not? I've seen that. I've seen a play similar to that 1,000 times where they always call it a catch. And as long as he had reasonable possession, just because he shifts the ball a little bit, all of a sudden you're trying to say he didn't have possession. But just a great job by Wicks. His hands have gotten so much better this year, and an absolute dime piece from Jordan Love there. So that touchdown gives the Green Bay Packers the 10-7 lead. So Detroit had scored after that, right? If I remember, or no, I think Detroit goes on to score. Yeah, Detroit gets a touchdown, and that makes it 10-7. Now let's fast forward. Second quarter, 5:55 left. We're slowly approaching the middle eight. Green Bay's up 10-7, 3rd and 5 from our own 46-yard line. Again, 3rd and 5. We call it 3rd and Wicks. And here is the play call. We're going 11 gun, tray left, F zipper, wheel, cross corners, double leak. This is, Tim, you notice here lately when we're playing a lot against man coverage defenses, Matt's been breaking out the cross corners, right?
Yep.
He's setting it up like he's running crossers. Like Like it would be this look here, guys. That's a crossers concept. That's a man coverage beater, especially if they go single high safety. You just throw to the guy that the safety doesn't go with, right? Now, teams have seen that on tape with Matt LaFleur the last few years, and they know if we play a lot of single high safety cover one man looks, let's make sure that we bite on the crossers and take those crossers away. So what does Matt do? He counters with what we call cross corner routes. All right. So again, let's roll the whole thing out here. 11 gun tray left. It's tray left, 3 to the left, but one of those is a tight end. That is a nasty split for all 3 of those over there. We're going to go F zipper wheel. All right. What does that mean? Here's the F. It's Bo Melton. And now he's going to zip back with the zipper motion. All right. So as he comes back, right, now he's going to run a wheel route down the sideline, similar to what Tay Wicks just did with the 9 fade, but he's actually going to get out there and run the wheel. We're going to go cross corners, and it's with the Z and the X, this being your Z, right? Now, he doesn't break it that far in because the guy plays inside leverage. As soon as they show the inside leverage, go ahead and cut that thing back out. There's your cross corners, and we're going to go double leak. So the T is going to block and leak out in the flat. The Y is going to block and leak out in the flat. So, again, if we're talking about what are the points of emphasis here in terms of attacking the defense? Deep shot here, right? Outside here, underneath here, underneath here. So if they're in cover one man, what Jordan's got to read is whoever's got the better leverage, his side adjustment essentially, Tim, is going to go middle of the field. Whoever's got the best leverage, fire it to that cross corner, essentially is what we're looking at. If they're in cover one man, they're trying to disguise right here. Let's see if they stay in a 2-high shell. All right, so they're in a 2-high shell now, but it is man coverage.
Yep.
Look at Dobby here would have been open on the crosser, but that's not the call, right? So you see our boy, I think this is Wicks, right? Yeah, Dontavion Wicks. He gets a little hung up, so he just goes ahead and breaks this thing out, and Jordan just puts it right on him. So you see outside leverage here, that's off the table. Inside leverage here, hit Wicks out here on the perimeter. Beautiful throw. It ended up being 2-man under, it looks like, and just a great throw and catch by Jordan to Wicks.
Yeah, that's that chemistry right there that Jordan's got. You know, he can spread the ball around, and this is one of those things where Detroit is. They're disguising coverage, right? You know it's man, but you don't know what it is until right after the snap. And Jordan just kind of, you know, you see him looking at his work. He's looking at Rome and then looks back to Wicks and just no hesitation delivers that ball. And, again, a great throw by Jordan right here.
And, again, like you said, if we roll it back, watch the stripe on Jordan's helmet. He's going to look at Rome first right here. And he sees this guy has outside leverage, right? This guy is playing with inside leverage, so he knows, all right, leverage goes to the left. Let's throw it out there to Wicks, let that thing go. What a throw.
It's amazing how that's all in almost one motion. Like you look at Jordan, the stripe on that read, and then he's already opening up the hips and into his delivery to Wicks. You know, you're almost looking right, but scoring up to throw left here. Yeah, crazy work right here. This is, beautiful ball by J Money right there.
Definitely.
Not a franchise quarterback, my ass.
He only throws dimes, Tim. Corey knows. Corey's listening somewhere right now, and he knows. Corey knows. All right, so that was 18 yards on a 3rd and 5. Now let's fast forward second quarter, 2 minutes and 12 seconds left. Middle 8, baby. Green Bay up 10-7. This is a 4th and 1. Matt LaFleur said, you know what? Let's just go for it. Now, listen, if you got all 3 of your timeouts and you got them pinned down inside the 5, you still have time to capitalize on the field position if you don't get this 4th and 1. I agree with them going for it here. If you don't have, at least 1 or 2 timeouts, right, then you're probably not going to be able to capitalize on it. You're taking points off the board in the middle 8. So this is one of those rare times in the middle 8 I agree with going for it. And this has nothing to do with the fact that it's perfect execution and they converted on the play for a touchdown. But again, 2:12 left, Green Bay up 10-7, 4th and 1 at Detroit's 2-yard line. Love to Dobbs for the touchdown. That's going to extend the lead to 17-7 for Green Bay. Let's talk about the play call. And what we got on tap here is 11 gun tray left, Z out cab, X slant T leak. All right. And here is what that means. 11 gun tray left. Again, we're going tray to the left after the motion, I believe. Yeah. So we're going to motion Dobby over. All right. So now you see you've got a tray left look right. Here's where we want to end it. All right. So there's your tray left look. Again, 1, 2, 3, with one of them being a tight end. All right. He's not flex. There's no reason to say why flex. We're going to go cab. All right. Cab, X slant. So who's the X? Let's see if we can identify the X. The X is on the line of scrimmage opposite the tight end. So that makes Malik Heath is going to be your X. All right. So this gets a little tricky because it's who's the Z, right? The Z, I would say, is farthest away here, in my opinion. So that's going to be Romeo. Now, some would say, well, that's the F. That's the motion guy. Well, the Z is typically on the tight end side of the field off the line of scrimmage. That would be our boy Romeo. And Christian would technically be the F. Now, some may disagree with that. That's totally cool. All right. That's just kind of how I read into Matt LaFleur's offense and the stuff that we've kind of studied over the few years, especially with Bobby Peters and some of the other guys that wrote books on it. So 11 gun tray left. We're going to go Z out. This is just going to be an out route here. All right. We're going cab, which is a dig and a drag. And it's very similar to a drive concept. Okay. That's cab. If it was drive, the one, the outside receiver would run the drag, and the two, the inside receiver or tight end would run the dig. So that's the difference between cab and drive. Then we're going to go X slant, which is just our boy running the slant out here. And then T leak is going to be just a little chip and then leak out on a cut route here, right across the middle. Okay. So again, 11 gun tray left, Z out, cab, X slant, T leak. This is all Jordan Love and Romeo Dobbs. Enjoy the show. As soon as he looks out there and sees the leverage, I mean, look at the hat count. This guy's mugging the line, right? So now you've got just one-on-one. Well, who's gonna win that leverage battle against Romeo out here? Especially when you got Jordan with a fadeaway cannon, who's gonna put it where only Rome can catch it. Watch this play, boy. Somebody come look at this. It's over.
I just caught the ball.
Look at number 4, man. Four's already breaking. It don't matter. Watch Jordan put that thing only where Romeo can get to it. That's just the timing. And again, that's a 1 yard, a 2 yard pass. The hell it is. You want to talk about that distance that ball just traveled, right? Again, not all 1 yard passes are the same. So just a beautiful play. Love the play design by Matt LaFleur too, using leverage, giving Jordan Love little options. You see our boy over there? It looked like Popcorn Sutton down here doing the jig. Look at that guy dancing out here. Get ready for it. He's right behind Rome right now. Watch him throw out that hip here. Oh.
Okay.
Banjo playing. Did y'all hear that banjo?
I love it.
Great
Great call by Matt right here, though. This is just beautiful, man. Absolutely beautiful. Really setting up and then Jordan, making the right read and throwing an absolute gem. And then, you're talking about a shot to get in the end zone, and it's the safest throw on the field. If that's incomplete, it's incomplete. You put it where Rome can grab it, and Rome makes a great play. Love it.
We got Romeo. We got Emilio joining us now. Emilio, what do you think about this time?
Yeah, I heard chalk talk 3 times, so I thought I'd appear. Jay Love, look at this off the back foot, fading away. No reason to, but it's just, hey, that's me. Hang on the left stick. I'm just trying to get out. Back up, fire. I feel like he's playing Madden out there. But you're able to hit Rome in stride on the outside shoulder. It's a beautiful ball.
He's just seeing the entire field so well right now, man. Yeah. It's unbelievable. It's really nice. So that would give Green Bay a 17-7 lead. Detroit would go down and score, all right, and then they are going to close the lead to 17-14. That would make the middle 8 tied at 7. All right, now let's fast forward. Third quarter, 11-13 left. Green Bay up 17-14. Another 4th and 3 play, this time for Detroit going for it at midfield, right? And again, these are the things. It's a 3-point game. This is where I disagree with Dan Campbell. I'm trying to get them on a hard count, right? Let it get the delay of game, punt that thing away, try to pin them inside the 5. It's a 3-point game. You're giving the game away if you don't convert here, right? So this is the Micah Parsons and Isaiah McDuffie tackle for a loss, guys. There were back-to-back plays. There was a third and 2. They stopped them, right? And this is the 4th and 3. And we got nickel 4-2-5, 33 spur. I think it's cover 1 man. That's what it looks like to me. Not that it matters because everybody's kind of attacking the football on this run. But again, watch our boy Micah right here. And McDuffie does a great job shooting the gap. There's no hesitation. He's right in here to make the play. Micah's going to beat a double team. I was told by Jer Jones that Micah Parsons cannot play run defense. Watch him go through 2 Detroit Lion blockers here. Get off me, little boy. And then a grown-ass man, number 74, get off me, little boy, make the tackle. Just what a great play, man.
Come on now.
No chance on 4th and 3.
No. That's why you overpay for great, right? And he's isolated, right? All right, let's bring the tight end over. We're going to double him. You got the general over to his right. All right. Well, hey, they like the numbers there. You got a big gap.
Oh, yeah.
You got a smaller rushing DN, quote unquote.
Yep.
Two
Yeah,
on
there you
two.
go. Yeah, you're right, man. I mean, it's basically it's a hat on a hat. You got 3 blockers for 4 guys, and of course, it's a hat on a hat because of running back against that guy. You'd like to think he can make one guy miss or at least get 3 yards on this play. And again, Micah just blows the whole damn thing up, right, Emilio? Look at this. Bang.
Yep. You get McDuffie. I'm loving the start, stop, shoot. You got to make a decision there. 4th down, get in there. You can't be delaying. Love it. You make him bounce it outside, close in on it. Heads to a ball.
Some people would see that and go, oh, he didn't make the tackle. Yeah, he forced him right into Micah's hands, right? Yeah. It's all about knowing what leverage to play with, what's your gap integrity, what's your responsibility within the run fit.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's just one of those energy things, right? You were saying, it's not good for the Lions. You're skipping out on points or, punting it, whatever, field position. For the Packers, that energy boost that you get on a 4th down stop, I mean, everybody at home was screaming. Imagine what they're doing there. So that's huge for the offense and defense, knowing that, hey, we can hold them, we can play with these guys.
Definitely. All right. So again, there's turnover on downs. 3rd quarter, 10:31 left. Green Bay up 17-14. 2nd and 10 play at the 49, their own 49. This is Jordan Love to Christian Watson for 51 yards. Lord have mercy. Matt LaFleur said, you know what, boys? If we find ourselves at midfield and we want to get a little aggressive, why don't we run a little double out and up? This is awesome. So 12 ace, dub nasty, out and up, double leak, tease stab. And this is going to be a mirror out and up. So essentially what's going to happen is Rome is going to go out here, throw a little out, and an up. Christian on this side, go out here, throw a little out, and then an up. They actually cover this really damn well. They're disguising. It's going to end up being cover 1 man, I believe. But they cover Christian really well. Christian just runs away at the last second. Jordan Love puts a dime piece on him here. The double leak is real simple. It's just going to be flats. You're just going to chip and hit the flats, chip and hit the flats, right? And again, the T is going to be a stab route. So he's just going to slip through here and run a curl underneath. Once again, if you draw it in blue, look at all the options. Underneath, and you got your 2 shot plays. Again, if they're in single high, if they're anything less than 2 high shell, give Christian a shot here, right? This is our guys are faster than your guys. Our guys are bigger than your guys. Our guys are better than your guys. Again, 12A stub nasty, out and up, double leak, T stab. It is a mirror out and up. Watch Jordan here. He just like taking Mountain Dew from a baby. Look at this. Out by 10 yards. Now look at this. Again, that's good coverage, boys. That's good coverage, right? But watch Jordan. Dime. Late separation. That's just my guy's faster than you, man.
That's called throwing your man open right there. Yes. That's in textbook, throwing your man open. I love this. I don't know, either this one or the one to Wicks, probably the best throws of the day. But this is just absolute vintage J money right here. Great ball.
Yeah.
Great.
Can we take a second to appreciate this? Tim, you know who this guy is, right?
Yeah, that's the second best edge rusher in the National Football League, correct?
That's right. That's Aiden Hutchinson, all right? So he's going to try to run a little stunt and loop around. For all the hate that this guy Aaron Banks has gotten, Emilio, watch this pass. Just watch Aaron Banks, watch Hutch. Look at Banksy, a little punch, pick him right up, baby. That's the reason you had time to throw that football. Tippy tap to Aaron Banks.
Absolutely. Good footwork off the snap. Kick, gets back, got a hand on him, helping Rashid. And then you got to be ready for those twists, those stunts at all times. And it's, perfect. Way to pick it up. You give Jordan all that time. That's him actually putting a little mustard on it, stepping into the throw, still off of wall, ends off 1 foot there. And it's just, just a dart. And the safeties, look at the safeties. Look how flat-footed they are. Jordan goes, okay. Thank you. Yeah, my bad. I didn't know we were playing hooks there. No deep help over the top. I'm taking a shot.
Yeah, you're right about the footwork on Banks. It's all in the feet. You can see it right off the snap, man.
Yeah, and you're right, Emilio. This almost looks like a zero look. Tim, you notice what he's saying here? They're playing double rat. Those safeties are both playing in the middle. So they're playing double rat here. This is man coverage double rat. They tried to show a 2 high shell, and they played double rat, trying to force Jordan to throw underneath, right?
Now,
they're looking for a crosser that wasn't there.
Yeah, right. Tim, I've only tried it a couple times, okay? You get the double hook sitting there. You get man coverage across the board. You can only bring 4, though. If you don't get there,
this is what happens.
It's a wrap. Yeah, it's over. Yep. It's over.
Yeah. So I love that Jordan recognized again. He's seeing the whole field, man. He was not taken back by that sugar, and just a hell of a throw and catch, man.
That's a net ball throw right there, like you see at camp when you're throwing into the net and everybody loves it.
What is going on here? Is this a skeleton? What the hell is this? What are we doing here? Somebody screenshot that, tag me on Twitter, please. What is going on?
Somebody enhance that. What do we got there?
That is, I just now noticed it. I always pick up on something after we watch it together.
Is that a number 0 on the jersey there?
Yeah, somebody was in the reefer or something, man. That's just, what does that mean?
That's just a Lions fan showing the world what the team's chances of making the playoffs are.
Lion fan walking.
I'm not gonna lie, I was faded. I ain't gonna lie, I was faded. Like,
Hey, I love Santa over here too. There's one Santa in the crowd, and he's like, "I ain't even standing up for this crap."
No,
right here. Yeah. So anyway, there you go. Jordan Love to Christian Watson, 51-yard bomb. Christian he looks amazing, dude. It's unbelievable what's going on right now with this.
And that Jordan there was the kicker on the water boy. I mean, just find my man. There he is.
There he is. We need that drop. I got to get that drop of him going. That's my.
Uh-huh.
All right. So that would lead to Green Bay leading 24-14. Detroit comes back and scores another touchdown, so it's 24-21 now. All right. Let's fast forward. Third quarter, 6:37 left. Green Bay up 24-21. 2nd and 7 from their own 31-yard line. And this is a Bo Melton jet sweep. Let's talk about it here. All right. We're going 12 ace. The Z is going to be nasty, right? All right. So you got 12 ace, Z nasty. And we're going to go Trey Wright, or I'm sorry, Y70, Trey Wright, Z jet. So what's going to happen is you got him lined up here. How many times have we seen the motion where they'll come and we'll actually see Christian kick in here and just kind of set in? He's not to the wing. This guy isn't going to be, but they kind of come set, right, Emilio?
Yep.
And watch Matt LaFleur add a little wrinkle. And again, the 70 playing Y, that's what we're talking about with the Y70, right? 12 ace, Y70, Trey Wright, Z jet. So watch what he does here. How many times have we seen them shift him in? It's usually Christian, right? Christian's not even on the field. So you bring Bo, all right, he's just going to set up. So now they think, okay, we've seen this 1,000 times on tape. We're declared, right? And then right before the snap, Matt says, oh, we gone. Whoop. Look at the leverage. Oh, my God. I mean, look at this. Block down. He's already X'd out. This guy should be able to catch up. But watch Romeo. He's going to block his guy. And he's going to try to walk him back into this defender too. He's got his eyes on both of them. But just a jet sweep, bang, Z sweep, whatever you want to call it. Romeo loved it too, boy. He did it.
Pretty. A little shuffle motion, get it set. You get your hand on. All right, we're running right. You think we got our numbers. We got the extra tackle in there. Everything's set up for a dive right. Maybe a little dive left on the weak side or something if you think you got the hat count. No, sir. Shuffle them in. Give me a quick short motion. Boom.
Yeah. And again, we've been showing this every week, Tim. Every week we're showing running strong side with the Y70 look, right? U70, whatever you want to call it, right? With Kennard playing tight end. So they know. All right, they're running here. Look at the hat count. Let's draw this thing down the middle here. All right. Let's go hat count. Bang, right? So look at the hat count. It's 1, 2, 3, right? Versus 2, 3, right? So you got 3 on 3, and now you're going to have all this motion leverage, this cheat leverage out here that's Matt LaFleur.
Yeah, the only one you're worried about is the end there. And all Rashid needs to do is kind of set him up so the end's still coming inside because he's not even going to realize that the play's happening like that. At that point, that's just an eye candy motion. The linebacker's still paying attention to the running back coming downhill. You need 2 seconds from your line right there, not even a second. You just engage the dude, and Bo's gone.
Yeah. The thing I love about this, too, is look at Jordan still selling the fake at the left hand, too.
Where do you learn that?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, right?
Play that guitar, baby. Let's go.
All right. Love it. Great job. Matt LaFleur, Bo Melton, Jordan Love on the fake.
Yep.
Great block.
I like you called out Rome there. Just get in the way. You don't have to do anything. Just make the dude look at you while, he can't be paying attention to Bo the whole time.
Yeah. And they'll do that. I'll tell you what's coming. We haven't called it out all year. Remember last year we kept calling stock routes out where they'll stalk them like they're blocking and then they'll release and go. It's coming. Mark my words. In the next 4 or 5 weeks, we're going to see a stalk route. It's going to happen. Everything is playing off of it's like I said, we just showed you a Z jet sweep, right? We just showed you that after we've been running behind that Y70 look for the last 3 or 4 weeks. Stalk routes are coming. All right, next we got third quarter, 5:56 left. Green Bay's up 24-21, 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. This is Jordan Love to Dontavion Wicks, or Don Travion, as they call him in the streets. 30-yarder right here, man. 11-gun bunch, Trey Wright, Y flex 2, X slant 94 switch pivot, T swing. All right, see if we can figure out what the hell all that means. Trey Wright, 1, 2, 3 to the right. Did we get it wrong? No. Who's the tight end? Where's the tight end? Oh, he's right here. That's Musgrave, ain't it? So they got Musgrave, Y flex 2. What does that mean? The Y is flexed out of the traditional tight end spot, and he's playing the number 2. You count outside in. There's your 1. He's your 2. There's your 3, right? So that's what that means. Y flex 2. We're going to go X slant. Where's the X? Line of scrimmage opposite the tight end. So we're just going to go a little slant here, all right? And then we're going to go 94, which is going to be a go and a slurl here, okay? And there's a little bit of a switch pivot going on. The Z is going to pivot out. So let's see if we can identify the Z. This is where it gets tough with Matt LaFleur, and I'm sure they use a different code call than just Z's and X and everything else. Who would the Z be here? There's your Y, right? Okay, so who would the Z be? It's typically on the tight end side, off the line of scrimmage. They both are. I would go with the number 1 being the Z. Would you guys?
Yeah, I would say I would lean outside most of the time too.
Yeah.
All right. So if that's the case, we're going to go 94, and it's going to be a slurl here from the Y, which is going to be kind of a slant curl, okay? And then you're going to have a go route here with Dontravion Wicks. Actually, Dontravion, I think, works the seam a little bit on this go, if I remember correctly. So actually, yeah, he'll just release inside. I apologize. So we're going to go, if I remember correctly, X slant, right? Just kind of hit a slant route here. He's going to work the seam on a go. You're going to have a slurl underneath to give a little bit of a look there underneath in case you need it. And then we're going to switch pivot, right? So they're going to switch. And as they switch here, it's going to be underneath and look to probably pivot out, I would imagine. Okay, so it's going to be kind of a inside look, pivot back out, T swing underneath. So you've got all kinds of areas to attack. You can go underneath here. You can go midline here. It almost works like a flood concept with a little spacing involved, the spacing that we like, not the spacing that we hate. And then, of course, this is more like a slant route here if you want a quick hitter. So, again, 11-gun bunch, Trey Wright, Y flex 2, X slant, 94 switch pivot, T swing. And watch Dontravion Wicks working the seam here. Look at our boy. See him switch and then bend it back in, right? Look at Jordan. Just let that thing fly, baby. Where do you guys see this pocket right here, too, by the way? This is such a tight pocket. I'm just going to say it. Earmuff it if you got kids in the room. Jordan Love got balls of steel. Watch this guy right here. Watch him step right up in the teeth of this defense and deliver that ball. Look at that. I mean, he's literally – there's multiple times in this game where he's releasing the ball back here behind his head to create that literally that narrow window because there's guys all around. This is unbelievable. He don't realize how good that is.
And look at the spiral on that ball too. You see, it almost gets swatted right there, just before the release. Just great quarterbacking from Jay Money right there, and great big boy catch by Tay Wicks.
Yeah.
Oh, so a 30-yard dart. I mean, he put it on a line too. That's Clay. That's one where you get yourself sometimes in trips right where you got 3 lined up and they're all streaking and they're in cover 3 and you just hit RB right on. Just fire that one in there. Well, because once the corner shoves him, he's open, and you just see that strength Jordan has, the poise to stand in the pocket, and that's got to be longer than by 10 yards. Got to be right.
And he put it right where it needed to be to give Wicks time to protect himself too. You had help coming over. That's not a hospital ball at all. Just great throw by Jordan.
Nose down, yeah.
Yep.
And listen, Emilio's over talking about like he would plan to throw this. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not going to BS you like him. When I make a throw like this on Madden, I hit the wrong button. I'm going, oh crap, oh crap. All right, good.
Okay,
deal.
All right, okay. I'll take that. Yeah.
That's exactly what that is. I'm over here eating pizza rolls, got grease on the controller. You know what I mean?
That's the problem.
That is a problem. All right. So 30-yard gain, triples your chance. Actually, that was what? The very next play. Yeah, right? I think it's the very next play after the explosive from Bo Melton, the 14-yard run. So you got 2 back-to-back explosive plays. You guys know what this means. We're getting in the end zone. Third quarter, 1:44 left. Green Bay up 24-21. Second and go at Detroit's 1. Love to Wicks for the touchdown. This will give Green Bay a 31-21 lead. Let's break it down. The play call, 11 gun nasty, trips left, F1 shift to 3, 22 F flat to RPO, pick curls, Y slant. I'm getting a little bit of feedback. Did you hear that too, Emilio?
Yeah, Tim just popped out. Yep.
Okay, gotcha. Good deal. Tim probably got way more important stuff to do than talk to us. I don't blame him either. I wish I had somewhere to be. 11 gun nasty, trips left, F1 shift to 3. All right, so the F is in the 1, and he's going to shift over here to the 3. Okay, that's what that means. So he's going to settle in right there. Let's get him to that spot. Jordan gives him the motion.
Super subtle. But that just confirms for Jordan, okay, I got man on man. This guy, he didn't that corner didn't sit on the outside like he's playing a hard flat or anything. He went with Wicks and is eyeing him up the whole time.
Yep. And here's what it's going to be, guys. We're going to go pick curls here, okay? So essentially what these guys are looking to do is ease inside, curl, and try to create a body to prevent this guy from getting outside. That makes sense? So that's the pick curl. So again, you're going to go curl, right? And then it's going to be a 22 F flat. So it's an RPO look designed A gap right. But what's Jordan do? Put the ball in the belly of the running back and read this receiver right here. What's he reading? That is going to be a flat route. So he's just going to look to get out here real quick. So you're creating spacing, or you're creating a body right here, block his defender. And then, of course, you got the RPO look. So when Jordan's looking at this, what's the hat count look like, right? If you draw this right down the center, how's the hat count look? Mm-hmm. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 bodies on 3 blockers. Don't like the hat count, right? Mm-hmm. Over here, like you said, the F motion, the F1 shift to 3 tells us it's man coverage. If you don't have a hat count here on this side, exit off. Now we know we got leverage because it's man coverage, and they're going to wall that off and just fire it to Don Travion Wicks. Here we go. Fire that thing out there. Bang. Again, put it out there where only Wicks can get it. If that falls incomplete, no worries, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Look at that. Beautiful play, man. And
roll
Wicks
it back just a touch. Watch Wicks's foot at the beginning. Just one step inside to sell it. All right. As first play. Oh, okay. Get the foot inside. Corner's got to commit a little. Clay, that's the classic. Instead of the Y flat RPO read, I mean, this is just F flat RPO. Get it out to him. Spin it. Fade away, Jordan. No problem.
Yep. And what Emilio's talking about is sometimes you'll run an RPO flat. It's really, really popular. It's in Matt LaFleur's playbook as well. We've seen them hit Tucker Kraft on it 1,000 times, right? Where they'll hammer it out here in the flat with the same RPO look. Yep. Just look right. And it might be like an A gap left RPO, right? Like a 21 RPO flat, Y flat. In this case, you got the flat here to Wicks. And Coach Lynn's calling it an arrow route. I've heard it called that too.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. That's similar terminology there. I always say flat. That's what I'm most, familiar with. And like Coach Lynn says, staple play in West Coast offense. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And you're not asking the wide receivers to block. If you ask them to block, we don't hand the ball off. There's, it's a broken play, whatever. We're in a problem. No, I'm just trying to I'm just trying to sit in there and catch his curl route, sir. That's it.
And that's it. You're actually blocking legally, right? You're literally kind of spacing them off. You've seen Rome. Watch Rome right here. It's like he has the right to try to run his route. It's within 5 yards. Let me just get in here and just kind of just enough. Yeah. And it gets 6 played it as good as you can play it. Once again, Matt LaFleur out scheming Detroit is what this is. It's all about leverage, attacking space and covering space. You give yourself a look. See the RPO, hold our boy. Might have been a little run option there, to be honest with you. The way Jordan hesitated. Look at Aiden Hutchinson, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, just fire that thing out there. Good night.
But you didn't even have to block. What, the second best edge rusher, right? Don't even need to block him on this play. Just get us 7, and he's just standing there, not knowing what to do, stuttering.
Absolutely. All right, Green Bay leads 31-21 now. Let's fast forward. Fourth quarter, 8:32 left, up 31-21. 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line. This is a Micah Parsons sack. This is real simple. I think this is cover 2 zone. You guys tell me what you're seeing here. But again, I think you got deep half, and everybody's kind of what they call cover 2 sink. They're probably sinking a little bit deeper here than usual. Now, it could have been like maybe a cover 6 or something if the play had developed a little bit more. But essentially, you just got a 4-man rush, and this is Micah Parsons just being better than their guy over here on the right. So, again, I'm pretty sure nickel 4-2-5, cover 2. All right, let's watch it. So you've seen X kind of bend in, but he knows, okay, I can still get depth if I need it, right? It's kind of a weird look because it almost looks like it could be cover 6, 4-4.5, right? But again, McKinney is so committed here, kind of made me think they were in some kind of hybrid cover too. And I do believe, I feel comfortable saying it's zone because nobody is running man coverage here unless somebody just, drop their assignment, right? I think it's, let's get some depth on this guy here, and then you can bite down if you need to, right? And we'll come back again. The reason we're focusing on the coverage, you're probably going, it's a Micah Parsons sack. Why are we looking at the coverage? Pressure pick, coverage, sack.
Right.
Jared Goff has nowhere to go with the football, right?
Yeah, no, because the only thing I saw was, man, it almost could have been 3 hard flat with Coop running down. You got Bull coming down on the 40 here on the near side. Keyshawn's keeping depth. Evans dropping deep. I think X was buzzing down, and McDuffie might have been carrying a little bit higher on that possibly. Mm-hmm. And you just, hey, if man's coming, and then X ran with him afterwards.
So you're saying cover 3 buzz is what it looks like, and X has just got a little bit of freedom to float, right?
That's me. Yeah, you could be cover 2. I just quick look maybe.
Yeah, and again, when you're not in the meeting room, they could have had this drawn up too, right? To tell, and X knows, okay, look, when they go with a 3-by-1 set, right, and we are in a cover 2 zone, don't be afraid. Don't worry about him getting beat over the top here. Right. If he shows anything underneath whatsoever, cheat to the field side and help out with the 3. Could be that too, right?
And just the way he kind of drifted, he just kind of peeled off, and he looked like he still wanted to get depth, but nobody was over there. That's kind of the only thing that threw my way. And the way Edrin kind of just beelined it down to the flat there.
Yeah, definitely a hard flat approach there. There's no man coverage, no match. That's for sure. I see what you're saying. And I want to say this about Keyshawn. I dreamed of this. I dreamed for this for several years. Stop covering space, cover guys, even when you're in zone, right? If this is a true spot drop call right here, look at Key sticking to that guy because there's go looking for work, and that's what he's doing, right? And again, you hit home with the sack. Now let's focus on Micah Parsons here getting the sack, all right? So Micah is just going to beat this left tackle like a damn drum. There ain't no 2 ways about it. Cody McDougal with the super. Thank you so much for the dono, buddy. We see you. Appreciate you, man. He said the Bears still suck. We'll honor that as a super chat. Appreciate that. All right, so watch Micah off the edge. It's over. You kidding me? Bang. I mean, what are they going to do, Emilio? What are they going to do? It's unbelievable. I think you froze up. I think I'm lagging. Somebody's lagging. It might be us, Tim. It might not be you. All right. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me.
StreamYard, honestly.
Yeah, probably is. All right. So, again, Micah just working outside, getting the sack. There you go. And we're getting a bad feedback right now. Are y'all hearing that? It's like an echo or something. I can't stand the sound of my voice. That's why it's bothering me so bad. All right, we got a bad delay. All right, so Bates says I'm good. I'm going to keep talking as if y'all can hear me. So Bates says he can hear me. But, again, Parsons sack, huge play there on the 1st and 10. So now they're playing behind schedule, obviously. Let's fast forward now. Fourth quarter. Green Bay up 31-21, 3rd and goal at Green Bay's 4-yard line. This is a huge play right here. Obviously would force Detroit to not be able to go for it on 4th and goal. They would have to kick the field goal because you end up losing yardage here with the Micah Parsons sack. Nickel 4-2-5. We got 29 Spurs, so 29 is kind of lurking around underneath. I think he's right here, I believe. And we're going to go cover 3 match. To me, this looks matchy. This is really, really interesting how it rolls out. So, again, you got Micah working over here on the stunt. So this is kind of a TE stunt. You see him hit home. But the reason I think it's match is you'll notice Carrington up here actually turns his back and covers this guy. Kind of man coverage right here, right? And now you'll notice Bull looked like he was matching that vertically, so somebody might have got it wrong. Now Bull's got to try to flip and get out here. Goff has got a shot here because Bull's back's turned, but the problem is Micah Parsons right there in his grill. Goff did not even see him either. Just a heck of a stunt. As you see here, Tim, I think it's StreamYard, man. I apologize, but if you can hear me, I want to get your take on this. See, what you got on this right side is a TE stunt, okay? So the tackle is going to engage, right? Engage, and then you're going to have Micah come around and smack Jared Goff right in the mouth. What a beautiful play. Watch Micah work around. So Goff right here knows that dude's about to come open because Bull's covering the wrong spot, but Micah just hits him right in the mouth. So lovely.
Pure athleticism from Micah Parsons. Look at the ground that he's able to cover and still get to the quarterback. It's incredible.
Yeah. Again, man, 4.3 40 speed. It's cheat code.
Love
That's
it.
why he's an X factor, Emilio.
Look at him. Look, just so subtle. Look at him kind of tuck underneath a little bit as he's looping around. I'm going to tuck underneath just a little bit so Goff doesn't see me. Peekaboo, boom. I mean,
Right.
You should have seen Essay. Every time he gets a sack, man, I think of that. Jerry.
Yeah. Jerry Jones, like, by God, I cannot believe we let his ass go. What are we thinking?
Yep.
Unbelievable. Micah hits him with the shush. Now, that would keep them from going for it on 4th and goal and have to kick the field goal and make it a 7-point ball game, right? So that's what kind of kept things a little bit more into perspective. Now, maybe they would have taken the field goal to make it a 7-point game. They probably would have, I guess, but knowing Dan Campbell and all the stupid calls he's made all year, wouldn't surprise me one bit if he chooses to go for it right there. All right, that leads us to our last play. Detroit with the field goal. It's now 31-24. 4th quarter, 1:55 left. Green Bay up 31-24. 4th and 3. 4th and 3. Keep in mind, Matt LaFleur passed on the down before this too. And they're out of timeouts, right? I'm thinking, here's me, Mr. Conservative. Run 40 seconds off the clock, punt that thing away, and make them go the distance against our defense. Matt LaFleur said, nah, let's throw it on 3rd down. Incomplete? Nah, let's throw it on 4th down. And that's what led to the South Park screenshot that we showed on the postgame show.
That was great, wasn't it?
I was texting my dad during the game. I'm like, oh, probably a run here. Probably a run. Look for a run. And he's like, run? We get 2 throws. I love it.
Yeah.
That's me calling plays, Clay. Hey, man.
I guarantee it.
We're getting it, throwing it. We're getting it, throwing it. My running backs are a good blocker and a good catcher out the backfield.
So here we go. The final play that put there is your dagger. This is Jordan Love to Dontavion Wicks for 16 yards. The play call, 11 gun nub left, which means trips right? 11 gun nub left, X climb, F out, Z pivot, Y leak, TV, or a T angle. It's called a V route, okay? So it's going to be bang on the angle route, right here. We're going nub left. Let's see if we can identify the X. This gets tough again. The X is on the line of scrimmage opposite the tight end. So that's technically right here, right? So it's going to be an X climb, all right? And then we're going to go F out. I imagine this is the F, right? And then the Z is going to be a pivot. So he's looking to get underneath right here and just pick up the 1st down, right? So again, that's the play call that I'm seeing. The Y is going to be, did we list the Y? Yeah, the Y is just going to be a leak. So he's going to chip this guy and leak out in the flat. So again, 11 gun, nub left, trips right, X climb, F out, Z pivot, Y leak, TV. All right. And this again, just focus on our boy Dontavion Wicks with one shoe on, by the way. He comes away making this catch with only one cleat left on. And Jordan Love, I've got an extra clip here, slowing it down and zooming in. I want you guys to focus on the arm angle in a minute. Let's just watch the concept unfold here. This is what Matt LaFleur called with the game on the line. Now, they got to honor the run here, right, guys? Like this could be a running play here, too, to pick up 3 yards. So notice how everybody's loaded in the box, right? So everybody's kind of at the line of scrimmage. Right here, Jordan knows where he wants to go with the football. He knows where his matchup is, right?
Probably because Don Wick cooked right off the release. I mean, that dude was beat before he even realized what the hell was happening.
And that dude is
running right out of that foam posit. I love it. Shout out to Don Wick and Scoot and Rome. All wore the foam posits. They all got the same shoes on for this game.
Love it.
Tay Wicks was the only one running out of them all day, though.
Right here's what I'm talking about, guys. Right here. This is what we're talking about right there, man. You got to lace some things up, man. Listen, I wear Air Force Ones about everywhere I go. When I'm not wearing boots, I like to keep them things loose too, but we're on a damn football field here. Let's lace them things up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Now,
hey, you see that game he had? He can lace them up however the hell he wants, Clay.
I'm going to go super slow motion because this guy right here, I don't think that Wiley is 100% Caucasian because my man's got some rhythm here, okay? Watch him right here at the end. It's only going to be very subtle. Watch the little – he's going to hit you with it. Ready? Ooh! It broke me up when I seen it. I was like, what the hell is he doing? Now, it cut off, but if you watch the TV copy, it lasts for about 4 seconds. He's letting it go, Tim. You know what I mean? Just like Jacob in the club on Saturday night, man. So this angle right here is a thing of beauty, all right? And then you must see y'all out of – I shouldn't have ever said anything. The chat's already out of line here. Let's roll at 75. Now, look at Jordan with the pressure in his face. How the hell does he throw that ball? Just like the one earlier where he releases it right here to get skinny.
Yep.
Look at this. It's a perfect, like, how did he throw the football? I don't understand what happened. So I slowed it down for you guys. There's a shoe again. All right. So look at this next clip right here. There's Wiley with the little, you got it. All right, here we go. So Jordan drops back, right? Now look, super slow motion. Pressure in his face. He knows where he wants to go with the football. He don't have time to get to Watson on the out. So watch how he lets this thing go. Look at all the hands around it. Look at this.
This is what Hutchinson was talking about post-game, about that back foot, that extra shuffle backwards that buys you that extra, 100th of a second, that extra, 10 to 12 inches, half a yard, something like that, to be able to get that throw off. That's the only reason he got that throw off right there. That's Michael Jordan fadeaway all day.
And Emilio, he can't even follow through. Watch his arm just stops.
No, Professor Cake said it here. The magic of silly body. He can throw with ragdoll physics. But right. you get Belton dying a slow death. I'm glad you got your hands on him as long as you did, because that's all Jordan needed to get that thing out there. And Mr. Brian Branch with the mouthpiece shoved in the top of his helmet because he can't remember which one is his. Just get mossed over there.
Yeah. And again, man, it's just you can't throw it any better. Nose down, spiral, everything. I don't know how he did it. I have no idea.
Professor Cakes in the chat. Don Ketchion Wicks. That's his new name.
and again, the secret is the black socks. Look at the black socks there, man. Is that tape hanging off of them or something there? What the hell's going on?
Don't need it. Don't need it. Don't want it. Didn't he?
That's the cleat flipping.
There it goes. Yeah. He jumped out of his shoes. Is what
he jumped out of it. You're right.
Look at the late hands on it too, man. Look at how late the hands are. Love it.
Dude. Those are the ones. Those are the ones hanging on the electrical line. You know what I mean? We just got them down before the game, and he was like, "I'm just gonna go off today."
Always, anytime somebody talks about shoes on the electrical line, I always think of the opening scene for Friday. Every time, he just randomly shows them up there. But again, man, you can't. Let's go back one more time. Watch Jordan. I still don't know how he did it, but these are the things that you see, and you just go, "Damn, we got us another one, boys. We got us another one."
Absolutely.
That's
unbelievable,
wild.
Dude.
In personnel too, that tight end, that was Wiley, right? Not Musgrave. So they're thinking, oh, we got the blocking tight end in. Yep. We got maybe a Sif coming. No, sir.
Ryan Branch early as hell on the coverage too. I'm not trying to cry, but that could have easily been a PI.
Oh, absolutely, man. I agree. And again, Wiley gonna come up here and say, "I didn't do a damn thing on that play, but I'm gonna shake my ass." You know what I'm saying? So, I love how Wicks catches on too. He goes, "That's right, Wiley. Tell him."
I love how he's just leaning.
Going that way, baby.
He's just leaning on him.
Oh man! All right, there you go, guys. There's Chalk Talk. That is
week 13. No shoes were harmed during this catch.
Exactly. That's week 13 at Detroit, Thanksgiving Day. Green Bay 31, Detroit 24. Going into the season, preseason picks, I had this picked as a loss for the Packers. So cool to sweep the Lions. I thought we'd win at home. We'd lose on the road, split that outright. I thought we would win at home, lose on the road to Minnesota. Looking like we got a realistic shot at sweeping Minnesota too. Now, maybe the split comes with Chicago. Obviously, Chicago playing better football than anybody of those other two teams. And listen, the reality is you got to give credit where credit's due. Chicago is the number one seed right now, last I checked, right? They did leapfrog the Rams, I'm pretty sure. So with that being said, got to tip your cap, give respect where it's due. But come Sunday, let's go out there and take care of business, man. Let's go out there and see who the better team is. All this talking between the fan bases, we're going to find out who the better team is on Sunday. And what's awesome, we only have to wait 2 weeks. And we get to do it all again, baby. And it's going to be primetime, Chicago, 7:15 kickoff. Man, it's going to be a blast. Any parting thoughts here, boys, as we wrap up Chalk Talk?
Yeah, I love it, man. We get the Bears and, back-to-back almost, right? We got one in between, one at 12:65, then off to Denver and then to Chicago. We got to take care of business at home. This is really going to set the tone. And I've always believed that when the Packers and Bears are battling like this in the division, it makes the whole NFL that much more entertaining. This is, one of the most storied rivalries, obviously, that can't be overstated. But when both teams are fighting for first place in the division, it's history in the making, man. This is good football. This is where you want to be right now. And can't wait for Sunday at 12:65, man. Go Pack.
It'll be a blast.
Absolutely. We better
Get ready to go.
You're ready to go.
Scared money don't make money.
That's right.
And
Hopefully Ben Johnson keeps his damn shirt on this week.
Come on, Tim. That's all we can ask for. What's it going to be? 10, 15 degrees?
Oh yeah.
I'd like to see him. I'd like to see him compete with our. Oh, we got to get our boy back on there, Clay. Remember the man that was just keeping the arm bar warm there at the game? Yeah. Okay. I don't think Ben Johnson can compete with that man.
No, not at all, man. Every time I see that view right there, that picture, I always think there's some powder involved. My man right there looks like, you know what I'm talking about. That dude just looks like he's all chinged up.
Yeah, he'll do a little tooting.
Yeah, I do a little tooting. No, but listen, it's gonna be an awesome game. You look at the numbers and how bad Chicago's defense is. To be so bad at scoring defense and yards per play allowed, they're the best in the league at taking the ball away. Well, they're the best in the league at turnover differential. They protect the football on offense. They take the ball away on defense. That's what it's going to come down to. If they win the turnover differential, they'll win this game. I believe that. I will eat my words if we come in here on the postgame show and Chicago wins the turnover differential and the Green Bay Packers somehow win the game, right? That's been their recipe for success. But if you go out there and you protect the football the way Jordan Love's been protecting the football, and you take care of business and you stop the run the way we stopped the run against the Detroit Lions. The Bears seem to think they have a better running game than the Detroit Lions. They may be right. We'll see. We'll get the beautiful thing is all of this crap talking between the fan bases, we get to literally zip it and see who the better team is on Sunday. And if it's the Bears, I'll come in here on the post-game show, tip my cap, say see you in 2 weeks. You guys are legit. And I love the fact that even with all the crap talking that's going on amongst the fan base, I love the fact that at the end of the day, we sit back and go, this is the way. And there's been several exchanges I've had with Bears fans where it's like, this is the way it's supposed to be. Packers, Bears, Lions, Vikings, take your little asses, sit on the sideline. We're going to show you what the black and blue division is all about. It's going to be awesome.
Right. All is right at this moment, right? Detroit and Minnesota are on the outside looking in. It's the Packers and Bears for the division. And if you love football, you love this type of stuff, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. Coach Lynn says, got to build a cage on Caleb. Absolutely. Cage rush, focus on stopping the run, make him beat you through the air. Make him beat you standing in the pocket, throw him from within the well, throw him from within the cage like he's saying. That's going to be the secret here. Again, stop the run, make Caleb play quarterback. Don't let him get out on the perimeter. Don't let him extend plays. And the beautiful thing that we've got in our arsenal this year is we've got a guy named Michael Parsons who is a 4.3 40, will run Caleb's ass down if he tries anything trickier. Now, here's the other thing. I think Ben Johnson is going to look to break out some trickery. So don't be – here's the thing. Any kind of reverse, mark my words here, any kind of reverse that you see from the defensive side of the ball, if you're trying to stop Chicago, if you see a reverse, you better make damn sure you keep your responsibility on your side of the field because they're looking to leak Caleb out. They're going to do that.
Get ready to go.
That's a big part of it, right, Emilio?
The double reverse too, because you think, all right, they're going to run the trick. They're going to run the trick. All right, here comes the reverse. Perfect. Now we're coming back the other way again on top of it. 2-3 layers. You just got to stay home, stay to your assignment, like Clay was saying. Worry about your man, your 111th, and we'll get through this game.
Yeah, definitely. Tim, you got anything else, big dog? Anything at all?
Yeah, Bears still suck.
There you go. You heard it from a fan right here. All right, let's get out of here, boys. Appreciate y'all hanging out. This was fun, man. I feel like I haven't talked ball with y'all in forever. Glad you're feeling better, Emilio. Good to have you back, Tim. And everybody in the chat, man, you guys crushed it tonight. I was following along in the chat while the guys were talking. I figured out a way now to have the chat up while I've got the telestrator up. And really, really appreciate it. Everybody making us a part of your evening. If you would do us a huge, huge favor, please hit that like button for us. And if this was your first time tuning into PTA, we appreciate y'all hanging out with the crew. Make sure you hit subscribe, click that bell icon so you're notified when we go live in the future. There'll be multiple live streams again tomorrow, finding windows of time, just diving into little things about the game coming up and any kind of news that may or may not break. We'll have injury news tomorrow is Wednesday, right? So we'll get the first injury report. As soon as we get that information, we'll hit you guys and gals with that, and we'll get ready for the Bears game coming up here on Sunday. Emilio, Tim, appreciate y'all, man.
Absolutely. Glad to be here, Clay. Appreciate you.
Glad to be back. Emilio off of IR. I love it. Let's go.
Appreciate it.
Right. We opened that 30-day window, Ain't no 30-day window. Your ass is back in the game.
Yeah,
Get
absolutely.
out there and play. Strap them up. Make sure you tie your cleats tight, all right? Don't be like Wicks out there losing your shoe.
No, sir.
Mr. Larry says, Chalk Talk. Thanks, guys. Go Pack Go. Thank you so much, Larry. Appreciate you, buddy. Everybody in the chat, you guys are awesome. We'll see you tomorrow. This is PTA. My name's Clayton. That's Tim in Green Bay. That's Emilio in Tennessee, faking an injury. So I'm just saying, but not really. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Everybody have a wonderful week.
There we go.
Nice.
Bye, guys.